Howdy. So let's check my drill case. I had a few of what I use. This is the 3-inch ones, 310s, with threads on them, and star bits. What I got in here is scaring the hell out of me. This key was like that. Now it's supposed to have a black key in it, and I don't know what to make of this. That looks like a used key, but I know this was always black that came with the case. It was never a white key. It's like somebody changed my key for their key, and their key's not as tight fitting. And look at that. I mean, so you can see that whoever changed their key for my key, theirs is shorter and more, well, not the same diameter. They're like putting a child key inside a man key, and I prefer keeping my black key. Their little one slips and falls out if you put any pressure on it. And here's what I use. You can see this again. The terrace inside my house. It's a 310. It's probably Gregory Parkman Sharp. God ordered me to be friends with him, but God's a terrorist that only wants stupid people in charge, and plans to kill all the leaders that it elects, or does kill all the leaders it elects. So these numbers over here are a lie. It looks like it's a 10, but it's not. Let me turn on the flashlight, see if I can make this visible to you. Where the heck's the flashlight at? Come on. Lets me control the brightness, the white balance. But you can see, there's the KKK. They got small heads and ring shanks. And here's me, Neil Sandage, with mine. And the KKK just can't come to a grip with reality. Their heads are too small. They don't penetrate deep enough to gain much in the way of compression. And so it just vibrates against that and swells around it. This actually creates a compression thing. And let me turn on the light here. My mom's being remote controlled to put towels on the floor. This isn't something we do. This is just mind control. Carpet and stuff, because she works in the garden, and she comes in to wash her hands, and so she does this to protect the ground. But we could use real carpet. Instead she just puts down towels. Anyways, but you can see this. I'm being threatened and replaced by an inferior species. I know this is a bad analogy, but this is what someone literally snuck into my house and put here. Was I got this, they're headless, 40, but I'm just 8, monarchy, and I'm told that we're only like 6% of the United States from various sites, but that's because the FBI and various groups have been hunting down and killing all the smart people in the United States. They have this theory that penis size and having sex with their daughters makes them a superior race. And it's not all the FBI, it's just whatever the technology is that's controlling them, because I've wanted to be an FBI since 2nd grade. And there's a Torx bit. This is, I should be able to read that number. I've got sweat on my glasses. But anyways, there isn't a center bit. This is a T25, I'm pretty sure. It should say on the packaging, 316, T25 right there. There we go. Calls it a flathead, but it's not. With nib. Means it has little ridges that are to cause friction. There's one of the ridges. So once it's compressed, it doesn't back unthread easily. So a child with a Phillips or a hand tool can't easily unthread it. It would take some torque, because it has a couple little catches like a little lock nut around the head. And here's what the KKK symbol, it's 3 ring shank, 3 rings is KKK. They may talk like children, but they're way more malicious, and they don't care how smart you are. They obey the voice of God, which is the serial killer that hunted and killed college girls in the United States from 1950 through 88. In 88, when weather surveillance radar 1988 came out, it ordered all the girls to turn lesbian and continue to do horrible things, but it now had puppet control of everybody, physical control instead of psychological control. Well, in addition to psychological control. It had psychological control before, but in 1988 gained the ability to kill eggs. Sperm, where are you going?
Mom?
She's outside. She's outside.
Can you give me some toilet paper?
One moment. Anyways, so inferior species killing anybody that is this quality of person. 316 they don't want. They actually came to Home Depot and removed the entire inventory. Somebody bought out the Chinese company that owned Simpson Strong Tie. 316, somebody bought them out. I was just at Home Depot yesterday. And they no longer carry Simpson 316. They have WeatherGuard, and WeatherGuard has a smaller head than the KKK. These are American companies. And their general goal is to find all these, kill all these, and replace all American construction with this or lesser. This is the message they put here. And when I was shopping, it was about this bad. 316 would resist all the rust. It has a locking nut head on it with nibs all the way around it. Good torque, a T25. Cutting threads, if you look at it, the threads actually have barbed edges. And just a fantastically designed thing. And this turns out to have been made by China. Now, what I bought to supplement, because I've got 2 packages of those. And what they put at Home Depot was 304. I went to Lowe's and I found stainless steel 305. Grip right. But I still want 316. This was $40 for 352 pieces. 2.5 instead of 3. But that'll be good enough for most of the work. This 3 is going to go through a 2x4 into the end of another 2x4. And I'll have 2 of them instead of 1. The construction was done with a single nail for all the rafters. They just, cleat or whatever. They went diagonally into the board, into the rafter or the joist. And the compression and tension. I forget whatever the hell they call the one under compression. But the joist or whatever it is that goes vertical, they just had 1 screw nail, or not screw, they had 1 nail into it, but there's not even teeth on this. Can't come to grips with the reality, but we'll murder anyone if the voice of God tells it to. Got to get rid of these. And this is what we want to be. That's what I've used for most of my construction. Stainless steel 316. I'm just told that Strong Tie, or Simpson Strong Tie, has been bought out and discontinued the entire inventory at Home Depot using galvanized because they don't want people to be able to disassemble their house and rebuild them. They want it to be all new construction, all new sales. But I want to be able to salvage things and rebuild. I'm reusing wood, cutting out the bad parts, and reusing it for shorter spacer blocks and other things, and cripples to bandage wood that has some rot to it. I get a section of good wood, and it's not called a cripple, it's called a scab, scabbing wood. The wood's got a little bit of damage along the top edge, so I put a scab on it, and that strengthens it, so I don't have to worry about jumping up and down the roof. It should support it, but again, it's a shed, you're not supposed to be on it, and if you're on it, it's again a shed, you're not supposed to be jumping up and down. So, beautiful design. See, it's a little bit square, oblong, larger, shorter, elongation. And there's even a wedge there at the tip to catch in the wood and keep it from unscrewing. 2 flanges there. Anyways. And, in the head. It's a really good design. Talk to you later.